academics, Professor Vishnu Mitra ma'am. Our librarian, Professor Ashish Srivastava sir. Anybody from Doctoral Board? Dr. Shashikant is there. Okay, we'll wait for him. Dr. Niyati Padi is not there. Dean, Assistant Dean from Student Welfare and the Scholarship Coordinator, Dr. Neeraj Kumar and Dr. Sanjeev, he is there. From Sports Department, Dr. Shravan, if he is there, please come on the stage. Dean from the Hostel, Dr. D.K. Singh, Dr. Soni Gupta ma'am, please come on the stage. Director Placement, Dr. Praveen Bhai Patel or his representative. Dr. Saurabh, please. Dr. Shilpa Kayastha ma'am, she's not there, she will be joining us very soon. Dean from Dean NCC and NSS, Dr. Ankit Trivedi, Dr. Vishal Avasthi, if they are there, please come on the stage. Dr. Mamta Tiwari, she looks after the hobby clubs, in charge hobby clubs, Dr. Mamta Tiwari. And the Dean from Universal Human Values, UHV and Student Induction Program, Dr. Bhanu Pratap. If you are there, please come on the stage. So we'll start with the program. Dr. Praveen Bhai Patel has joined us. He is director from for Placement Cell. Director UIET, Dr. Alok Kumar, Dean Academics, all the dignitaries sitting on the stage. It would take time to, we have a long list. So I've already introduced. So, respected faculty members, staff, dear newly admitted students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all. I, Dr. Deepak Kumar Verma, would be comparing this orientation program. It is a matter of immense pleasure and pride for me to extend a warm and a heartfelt welcome to each one of you to be part of University Institute of Engineering and Technology, Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj University, Kanpur. Let me begin by congratulating you on securing admission to this esteemed institute, which was established in 1996. You have earned your place here through your hard work and firm determination. At UIET, your academic journey and personal growth are central to our mission. Every faculty member, staff member, administration is here to support and guide you as you navigate this transformative phase of your life. Your arrival here marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter. Until now, the chapters of your life were largely guided by your parents, guardians and teachers, but from this point onwards, you become the author of your own story. You have the power to choose your path, define your goals, and shape your future. Here you have opportunity to explore new ideas, acquire cutting-edge knowledge, develop technical skills, and build a foundation of your career. It is here that you will make life long friends and unforgettable memories. Let us begin the orientation program. We'll start by lighting the lamp. I request all the dignitaries to kindly come up for lighting of the lamp and garlanding Ma Saraswati. Of the Ma Saraswati also. Admissions are backbone for running of the institute. Dr. Abhishek Chandra, Dr. Ramin Niranjan and his team has been serving this institute from a long time by facilitating the students, answering the queries of the candidates who are taking admission. They are available all throughout day and night for at least 4 months when we begin our admission process. I request Dr. Abhishek Chandra, chairperson admission committee, to please welcome the students that they have admitted.
Thank you, Deepak sir. A very good morning to our esteemed chief guest, Director UIT, distinguished authorities from universities, respected faculty members, dedicated staff, and our first year student and their parents. It is with immense pleasure and a heart full of anticipation that I, as the convener of BTech Admission Cell of UIT, welcome you all to this orientation program. I extend a special welcome to our new student. Today marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter of your lives. We are stepping into an institution that has a rich legacy of nurturing talent, fostering innovation and shaping leaders. CSM University with UIT as its proud engineering arm is more than just a place of learning. It is a vibrant community where dreams take flight and futures are forged. This year, we particularly thrilled to welcome such a diverse and talented student in our BTech program. I am delighted to share that we have successfully filled more than 90% seat out of 587 seats with bright young minds from across India. Furthermore, reflecting our growing global appeal and commitment to international collaboration, We are proud to have welcomed 10 plus students from Sharp and Middle Eastern countries, enriching our campus with diverse perspective and culture. This truly makes UIT a melting pot of global talent. At UIT, our paramount focusing is on delivering quality education that is both rigorous and relevant. Our curriculum is meticulously designed to contemporary, incorporating the latest advancement in engineering and technology. We boast a team of highly qualified and dedicated faculty members who are not just academicians but also mentors committed to providing an immense learning experience. They employ innovative pedagogical approaches, blending theoretical knowledge and practical application, ensuring that our students are well equipped to tackle real-world challenges. Our alumni network is a testament to the quality of education imparted here. UIT graduates are making significant contributions across various sectors globally, holding leadership positions in multinational corporations, excelling as entrepreneurs and pursuing higher study at prestigious institutions worldwide. Their achievement inspire us and underscore the strong foundation you will receive here. When it comes to the placement, UIT has a dedicated placement cell consistently maintains impressive track record. Our dedicated placement cells work tirelessly to connect students with leading companies, facilitating internship and final placement. We focus on holistic development, enhancing not just our technical skill, but also your soft skill, making your industry ready and highly sought after. Our strong industry linkage ensures that our students have access to the best career opportunity. Beyond academics, CSM University provides an array of state-of-art facility to ensure a comprehensive and comfortable learning environment. Our campus has modern laboratories, well-stocked library with extensive digital resources, high-speed internet connectivity, comfortable hostels, and excellent sports facility. We also has a robust healthcare centers and various student clubs and society that cater to diverse interests, promoting overall personality development, vibrant campus life. Dear student, you are now part of the UIT family. This journey will be challenging, rewarding, and transformative. Embrace your opportunity, learn from every experience, and collaborate with your peers. We are here to support you every step of your life. Once again, a very warm welcome to UIT CSM University Kanpur. We look forward to witnessing your growth and celebrating your success. Finally, I would like to express my gratitude to the Director UIT and my team for their tireless work. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Abhishek. Really, you and your team need a round of applause. We'd like to greet our dignitaries on the dais. I would request to Dr. Professor Rabbins, sir, please come on the stage and help us in facilitating the guests. I request Professor Rabbins to please present Tulsi Padak to our Dean Academics. Professor Drishti Mitra ma'am. To our invited speaker, Mr. Mayank Garg. To Director UIT, Alok Kumar. Our chairperson, Admission Committee, I would request now, thank you sir. I would request now Mohammed Shah Alam sir to please come on the stage to present the Tulsi Pada to our librarian, Professor Ashish Shrivastava sir. To Dr. Neeraj, who is looking after the scholarship. Dr. D.K. Singh, Dr. Soni Gupta, they are chief warden from hostels. Dr. Mamta Tiwari, thank you ma'am. Dr. Vishal Avasti, he is going to look after the NCC NSS. And an important person again, Dr. Prembai Patel, who will be looking after your placement. And Dr. Bhanu Pratap, who will be conducting your induction program. Thank you, Alumni sir. I would now request our director, UIT, Dr. Alok Kumar, to please welcome the students and introduce the head of the departments of various streams of UIT. Dr. Alok, please.
Thank you, sir. Respected Dean Academic, Dr. Distinguished ma'am, our invited guest, Mr. Mayank Garg, Head Admission Cell, Dr. Abhishek Chandra ji, Librarian, Professor Ashish Srivastava ji, Dean, Assistant Dean, Student Welfare, Dr. Neeraj, Sports Facility, Dr. Sirban, right now he is not present. Assistant Warden, Dr. D.K. Singh and Dr. Soni Gupta ji. Placement Officer, Placement Director, Dr. Prembai Patel. Head NSS, Dr. Vishal Avasti ji. In charge Hobby Club, Dr. Mamta Tiwari ji. Head in charge UHB Cell, Bhanu Pratap ji. Good morning to all. On behalf of all the faculty members, all the staff of UIT, I welcome all of you. I extend my warm welcome to all newly admitted students in UIT. As you know, UIT is one of the prestigious institutes in Uttar Pradesh. This institute was initially established in 1996 with only 4 engineering branches. That is Computer Science Engineering, Electronics and Communication, Mechanical Engineering and Chemical Engineering. That time intake was only 240 and we start our journey from a very small building. That name was Kala Bhavan. But now situation have changed. We have 8 multi-story buildings, 8 departments, more than 3,000 students, more than 150 faculty and staff members. So means UIT family is a big size family. So you all welcome in UIT family. In UIT, we are very strong, we have very strong infrastructure. My labs are well equipped with the advanced instruments. Classrooms are equipped with interactive panels. So facility wise, there is no issue. We have very strong, dedicated faculty members. They are always ready to help you. If you have any kind of problem, you can discuss with your faculty members, you can discuss with your head of the departments, you can discuss with the director office. And we are actually very fortunate that our Vice Chancellor is from engineering background, and from few years they are continuously trying to strengthen our institute. Recently, we have established a supercomputer lab. In this lab, basically, NVIDIA supercomputer have installed. We have high power computational power. So students who are really interested in research, they have good opportunity to get these resources. With the efforts of DC sir, Dean Academic Ma'am, and Dr. Aziz sir, we are also establishing an idea lab. This is basically a good thing where students can convert their innovation, convert their creativity in form of some project or in some product. And I hope fund have already released and lab will be established very soon. I request to all students, please don't miss the classes, because we are very serious for attendance. If your attendance is less than 75%, we will not allow to appear in the examination in any condition. For it, we have already received notice from Vice Chancellor sir, from Dean Academic Ma'am. To success, main important thing is hard work. On the basis of my 25-year teaching experience, I can say that success is basically a joint effort of yourself, your family, your teachers. But most important thing is your efforts. Your hard working, your sincerity will decide your degree of success. After 4 years, what you will get, this totally depends on your hard working. Your salary will be, your package will be in 5 digits or 6 digits. What will you carry car, where you spend your vacation, that things will be decided only on your hard work. Be sincere, be regular. Our faculty members are very dedicated, they are always ready to help you. We in the institute, we have different committees. These committees are always ready to help you. These committees means like a discipline committee, anti-ragging committee, a number of committees we have. So you can take help from everyone. I hope you will learn here so many things, and main important thing that I expect that you should be a good human being. That is the most important thing. Other thing is secondary. Main important thing, you should be a good human being. You are, after completing your graduation, you should be in a position that you can help others. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Director sir. So I'm sure you have, or you were paying attention to what our Director sir was telling you. So The idea is that when you are here in the campus, whatever step or activity you perform throughout the day, the aim should be to enrich yourself, to uplift yourself, to gain something at the end of the day when you are leaving from this place to your hostels or to your home. So, I suppose you understand the significance of these things. Never try to indulge in any such activity which is not tolerable or acceptable. Always aim to, because the idea, the scenario is that the competition is very high. It's very high. But nevertheless, our hard work will always give good rewards. Today with us, we have invited a speaker. We have invited our alumni, who is a distinguished alumni, Mr. Mayan Garg. I'll just like to read out a note for him. So, it is my honor and privilege to introduce our distinguished guest and proud alumni of UIET, Mr. Mayan Garg. He completed his BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from our institute in 2021. So, he is a 2021 pass out.
2001.
I'm sorry, 2001. Okay. So, he entered in 1997. So, he has been my student also. He secured at that time 3rd rank in his batch. He further enhanced his academic credentials by earning a postgraduate diploma in information technology from prestigious International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore, where he graduated 2nd in his batch of 120 students and was awarded prestigious Hawaii Academic Performance Scholarship. Mr. Garg's professional journey is marked by a blend of technical brilliance, innovation, and global recognition. He currently serves Microsoft, where he has held several key roles. As an engineering manager in Azure Data team, he leads crucial initiatives for PostgreSQL. So computer science students will learn all these terms gradually, don't worry. He has also contributed significantly to Microsoft flagship products, including OneDrive, SharePoint, Azure networking, dynamic fraud protection, and Microsoft Rewards. Before joining Microsoft, he worked with Hewlett Packard, HP, for over a decade, where he was deeply involved in printer, firmware development, and digital imaging technologies. He also holds a patent, international patents. His invention is titled as Method and Apparatus for Displaying Bitmap Images. And this has been granted by US, so it comes under US patent grant. He also has several research papers which have been published in prestigious conferences and journals. Without taking any more time, I would request Mr. Garg to please address these students, motivate them, guide them, and tell them what is their path ahead. Mr. Garg, please.
Hello. Yeah. Okay. Can we have the slide? Okay. So yeah, welcome all of you. And then I am Mayan, and thanks for all the kind words, Deepak sir. And yeah. So Deepak sir was our professor at the time, and he used to teach computer networking and a lot of other subjects actually. So yeah. So thank you for all the knowledge that you imparted us, sir. And then Brishti ma'am was there. I think she was part of chemical engineering at that time, right? Yeah. So we used to hear a lot of good words about all the chemical engineering students, about her. and thank you all for, to be present here, and then, thank you Alok sir and, everyone else. So yeah, okay. So we'll try to make it, more interactive if possible, as interactive as possible. So can anybody guess how this image has been generated? What is this image? Sorry? Yes. So this has been generated from ChatGPT. It's a Ghibli image. I think everyone would have heard about Ghibli images. People were generating actually of their personal photos and stuff like that. So all I did was I actually entered, hey ChatGPT, can you give me an image for Kanpur and include all the major landmarks, at least the ones which have been, defining for me, at least when I was here, for example, right? So initially it gave me images, it was having, I think there's a church in Kanpur, it was having that and few other landmarks. So I tried few things, then I said, okay, give me, Ganga, give me Bithur, give me CSGM University, Panki and Kanpur railway station. So then it actually generated this one for me. So if you see, it's a beautiful image. I think, so it has actually taken essence of every landmark that I asked it to include. And then it has actually modified also a little bit. If you see the gate in essence of our university is almost similar, but it's not the same, for example, right? So, yeah. So this is where technology is today, for example, right? This is what I am trying to stress. So for example, so this is the major leap. When we started in 1997, right? So for example, in 2001, so today you have H200 sitting right in your lab, right? Which I think Alok sir also mentioned, right? Which is like, which can actually help you in generating, large language models to be able to, generate these things in your own labs, right? When I joined in my first position, for example, after passing out in 2003, right? So the configuration of my work PC was that I think it had only 1 GB of hard drive, and it had hardly, maybe, if I'm not wrong, maybe I think 16 or 32 MB of RAM. That was the computational power we had at that time. But then slowly and gradually, as the so software innovation always follows hardware innovation, right? So as and when the hardware innovation actually accelerated, the hardware computational power became cheaper, right? So that we could actually run more and more software programs, more capable software programs today, right? So this is the result of both, first of all, hardware innovation, which is being driven by NVIDIA now, largely, right? Because they are generating such powerful, processors, for example, right? And also then software engineers coming in and then, writing complex code, which can actually generate all this stuff, right? So both go hand in hand, right? So both hardware innovation and software innovation, right? Yeah. So we'll move forward. So you can also actually go to ChatGPT, play around with stuff. In your free subscription, you can actually generate, or even other models also. I'm not promoting any company here, specific company, right? So you can, so there are so many other, models which are there. There is Grok, which is there, right? Which is from, for example, from Tesla's company, like from Elon Musk and stuff like that, right? So yeah. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, so, gratitude for, Sushma Tiwari ma'am, I hope she rests in peace. She was actually the first one who actually taught us programming. She took the first programming lecture for us. And can people guess what was the programming language at that time, 28 years ago?
C language. C language.
No, C was older than that.
Basic. Java. Basic.
I heard one from this stage, but I heard from our senior actually. So that is not counted.
Java. Basic.
No, C, Java came later. C was much older at that time. C had actually been there already.
CML.
So it was Pascal. So I'm not sure if you guys have actually even heard of Pascal now. I'm not sure, right? Yeah. So she took our first Pascal programming language class. And by the way, she was actually the first female student of IIT Kanpur also. So that was actually, very big achievement. And then we were actually, right? Yeah. So we were actually privileged, and we had the pleasure that, she actually taught us, right? Along with all the esteemed, lecturers, teachers and professors, right? So yeah. So I was really sad when I heard about this news. It actually came on one of our, college groups. And I was really sad when I actually heard about this, right? So yeah, moving on. So yeah, this is a bit of nostalgia for me. So this is our computer science badge photo. that we took in 2001 actually. Can you guess where it has been taken from the background? Again, Praveen sir knows everything, so his answers won't be counted. So this is actually taken, the moment you enter in university gate, you turn left, right. So just before the academic building entrance, so this is the side of academic building. And I believe this courtyard is still there. So there is a courtyard and then these stairs are there. So can you spot me in this picture? So I'm in the second row, second from left. In that white shirt, I'm right there. Can you see over there? Yeah. And then we have Sandesh also here. I'm sure, Sandesh, can you stand up? Yeah, I'm sure, you will get the honor of, being taught by him. He's currently actually teaching here. So can you spot Sandesh in this picture? Sandesh is also there. Yeah. That is why it's a bit complicated, So Sandesh is last but one row, third from left, if you see. So 1, 2, 3, the last but one row. That there is a row at the top and then the second row. He's there in specs. He has a light moustache. You have a guy that is Harish actually, Harish Masan. You have a guy in blue shirt. And then there is Mukesh, who is in Amazon by the way right now. And then you have Sandesh, right there. Right? Yeah. And then our batch topper, he was also my roommate, was Prashant. You will see his name, Prashant Kumar, written all over the institute, right? Batch topper for 1997. When you go back, Prashant is there in the last row, second from left, if you see. Last row, like the topmost row, he is the second one. There are only 3 people in that row, he is the middle one. That is Prashant actually. He was also my roommate by the way. Both of us, we stayed in the same room. We used to live in Indranagar, so there was no hostel at that time. The institute infrastructure was still coming up at that time, right? So yeah. And maybe spot a few more I can maybe talk about, but then you will not be able to relate, for example, right? So yeah, a lot of people actually made really big. So for example, Prashant also is in Arista right now. Arista is the top, it has actually beaten, so okay, I will not talk about, the corporate usual thing, but yeah, so Arista has actually done really well in networking space, if you see. So Prashant is in Arista right now. And then our friend Kamal is there, he's in Adobe. And then I think Mukesh initially was in Amdocs, he then moved to Amazon. A lot of these people within this group are actually in US or Canada right now. We have Ashish, he's in Canada, who is on the last row. At least I can say 25% of these people are right now in US or in Canada right now, working in some of the companies actually. I can actually. And thanks to all the knowledge imparted by all the teachers and professors. So again, gratitude to Deepak sir and everyone. Right? So that has been the journey. You see, in 24 years, right? So yeah. So okay. So what are we going to talk about today? Right? So a little bit of nostalgia, history, and all of that, right? How can you not talk about this, right? So, or can you dare talk about anything else other than this? Perhaps no, right? So today this is what the whole world is evolving around, right? And I'm not bragging about, my space. And these are all foundational technologies, by the way. So it's not that it is not relevant. So today, for example, if you see, right? So laptops, computers, are these only being used by computer engineers? No, right? These are being used by teachers, professors, right? It is doctors, scientists, everyone, right? So what is a laptop? It's a machine which is actually allowing you to do your work in a more efficient way, perhaps solve more complex problems in your own space, right? So this talk is not for computer engineers. I think I just want to make it clear. This is equally important for chemical engineers, electronics engineers, and for example, mechanical engineers. And I'll talk about. So all these technologies today that we are talking about, it is being used, these are foundational technologies. Computer engineers probably are building these foundational technologies. But end of the day, every other person, including computer engineers, are going to use it for their own benefit. Right? So for example, as I said, I just generated that image. Anybody can generate. Anybody can use these things, for their own benefit or for their own purpose, right? For example. So if you see, we are actually having now AI presenters in a lot of news channels I saw. Right? So the news TV channels are actually creating AI presenters. So they are making use of this technology. But then you need to have a mix of your domain as well as AI as to how to get output from AI to be able to apply it. Right? So we are going to talk about a little bit of all these foundational things, so that the main focus of my talk here is to ensure that people create people have basic platform knowledge, and from here they can actually start. And actually when you go back, you should be just able to hit the ground running, is what my at least what do you say, like what that is my agenda for today. That's the goal that I want to achieve. Right? So we'll go in that order. And so because we'll go in how the entire virtualization space evolved. This is how it evolved actually. So cloud started around 10 years ago, the cloud revolution as we say. It started around 10 years ago. Then came data science and then came AI. Although by the way, we also had an AI course, even at that time. There was, I think, a visiting faculty from, I think, SBTI, Raghunath sir. Yeah, he actually took AI course for us then. And it has taken 28 years to actually have a real impact on the ground. So, but we actually learned AI while studying here in the institute. So, I think the institute has been really ahead in terms of trying to actually keep up pace with the technology, or actually staying ahead, right? So, I really congratulate all the people. So, yeah. So going ahead. So, what is cloud? So, cloud is nothing but it is the delivery of computing services, right, such as servers, storages, databases, and networking, analytics, right, over the internet, right? So that's the key, correct? So we offer faster innovation, flexible resources, so it basically offers economies of scale. So what used to happen earlier, right? So for example, even when I started my career, for example, so we used to create desktop applications. Right? So all of these Microsoft Word or even others. So I started out in HP and Wipro, right? So we used to create desktop applications. These desktop applications used to be then shipped on disks and CDs. And those CDs you would install on your computer, and then it would actually be distributed, for example, right? So once happened that I actually introduced a very big bug in one of the softwares that I wrote, and then at least half of the CDs were written already for shipping. And then they found that bug was there, and then they had to actually stop it, right? So my managers told me that they finally found your Easter egg. So so it had to be stopped, and there was lot of what do you say? For example, lot of loss in terms of money because so many CDs had to be rewritten, and some of the CDs were not rewritable. For example, they were secured so that somebody could not tamper, and somebody could not tamper with license and all of that, right? So the life cycle of software used to be that you code, you test it out, you build a desktop application, and then it will be distributed via CDs, right? Or there were no OneDrives, there was no Google Drive, there was no OneDrive, nothing was there, right? So basically, and so the life cycle used to be extremely long, right? So today, if I am coding something, it will actually reach the end consumer only in, let's say, 3 months or 6 months or even later, right? But today what you have is, instead of owning physical infrastructure, what we have done is, we have actually hosted all of this compute power of running software on cloud. What is cloud? Cloud is nothing but the servers which are there, which are hosted somewhere. You can go and you say, okay, this much compute power I need, and for this much time, right? Correct? And then how do you ship? You code today, you test it out, let's say in a week or so, and then you just put it out there as a cloud service, for example, right? And so it is available within few weeks. So from several months, the life cycle of developing software from coding to the end consumer delivery has been reduced significantly, right? So that's what cloud is all about. So it's basically computing power hosted somewhere over the internet, which is offered over the internet, which you can buy according to your needs. So, for example, earlier you would actually buy a server, and it may not be fully utilized also, right? And then, for example, if your business is driven by, let's say, for example, Amazon is doing, right? So, for example, Amazon Big Billion Days is there, right? Or Prime Sale is there on Amazon, right? So, at that time, their traffic will be very high. So, they will need more compute power at that time. But on normal days, they will not need that much. But that does not mean that they will actually buy so much of hardware to support that much of traffic on Prime Day sales, for example, right? So they won't do that. So what they will do is they will actually say, okay, for 2 days, Prime Day sale is from 12th July to 14th July. Only for these 3 days, just give me so much more compute power. so that I can host, so that I can, accept the load of more consumers during those days, and I'll only pay for that, correct? And then after that, you can actually tear it down, correct? So that's the main benefit of cloud, and that's the big benefit that everybody saw, including software developers, consumers, everyone. And that's how the whole cloud revolution started around 2013 or 2014, where companies actually started adopting cloud in a very big way. And all the services started getting offered over internet. So instead of desktop applications, for everything today what you do is, you either open an app in your mobile phone, or you open the browser and you start doing the stuff whatever you want to do, right? That's not an app which you double click on, Microsoft Windows, you go, you double click and then it will open up and then you will do your stuff. Of course, for some of the things, it is still there. For example, for high compute things, for example, Photoshop, if you want to do, for example, right? So these are still being shipped as, for example, high-powered or bigger desktop applications, but I'm sure that also will change going forward, right? So, how do you do this now? So for doing this, what you do is, you basically create data centers all across the world. So as you see here, for example, there are data centers in India, China, Southeast Asia, US, like covering all the regions of US, like East US, West US, right? Europe is there, Middle East is there, right? South America is there, right? So basically your website or your product will be available to everybody, depending on from where the user is actually hitting your website will be served from that sensor. And at the time of configuring your application, you can actually say, and the pricing also depends on that, as to where all my applications should be hosted. If let's say it's only an India specific application, you don't expect any other user to be actually using it, you will just say, okay, just give me compute power in India data centers. And so this is, I just shown it like, this is just like suggestive, but then India, there are a lot of data centers all across the cities. For example, there is data center in Mumbai, right? There are data centers being set up under sea. You must have actually seen images. Because a lot of times you need a lot of cooling, and then sea provides, natural cooling, because all of it is inside the sea. But then you need slightly more maintenance in terms of cleaning it up and all of that. But then the cost of actually providing artificial cooling is actually much lesser than the natural cooling that the sea provides. So for example, there are data centers actually in Indian Ocean or Bay of Bengal. So, and there are actually physical machines sitting over there, and your website is actually deployed on those servers, and it is being served into into your mobile apps and everything, right? So this is the essence of cloud really. So as I said, some of these things actually I've already discussed, why cloud is relevant, scalability and flexibility. You instantly scale resources up or down based on demand. That's what I talked about. Then this is ideal for all kinds of industries. It is cost efficient. That means whenever you need it, you buy it. After that, you just let it go, and you won't be charged for it, for example, right? You don't need to buy big machines for your work for all of the time when you actually may not need it at all, right? Then global accessibility I talked about, right, already. People can access your product from anywhere in the world, right? And then innovation acceleration I talked about, right? So it is very easy to push any innovation. You found out that there is a better way of doing something, there is a faster way of actually doing something, you want to implement it and deliver it to your customer, you can actually do it pretty quickly using cloud, right? And then supports experimentation. And then security and compliance. So security and compliance actually, as I said, right? So earlier in CDs, people used to tamper the licenses. And then you could actually, just create copies of it and then use it as pirated software. So all of that is not possible now because everything is hosted over internet. So all the security compliance features are actually centrally implemented on the cloud servers itself. And so nobody can really, so there have been security incidents, but then those can be fixed centrally. There is no need to actually fix it, like over the hardware, for example, right? Or how do you actually even take care of software or pirated software which has already been implemented or has been already installed? All of that you can stop using the security and compliance features that the cloud services provide. Right? So this is the expected scale of the cloud services. So request volume when I'm saying. So what is a request? So when you send one request, let's say you open your app, let's say YouTube or let's say Amazon or anything, you want to browse a video. So it will actually send the request to the server, okay, serve this video to the consumer. So this request response round trip is called one request, for example. So this was this is number of billions, if you see, right? And this is how it has exploded, and this is how it will continue to explode, and those are some of the factors which will actually drive it, right? So people say that it is more data and data science and AI. Cloud is still like how will you actually support this much scalability are still big challenges today in the software industry as to how you will actually keep up with this demand. Because more and more people, so for example, we didn't have access to mobile phones. Mobile phones came, I think, when 2002, 2003, right? Today, every kid is having a mobile phone, for example, right? So this is how the use of technology is just going to explode, even in the coming future. Like, so new devices will be introduced, smart glasses are being introduced, for example, right? So the usage, this is how it is going to explode. Today we are at around, let's say, 2024, and it is still going to, it's not even, let's say, how much it is. Let's say it's about 20 billion requests in 2024. This will actually scale to, let's say, about 184 billion, something like that, in about only 10 years, right? So it will become around 10 times in next 10 years, let's say, right? And so linear technology that you implement to be able to scale, to actually handle so many request volume, you will still have to continue investing in innovation. And with AI and all, it's actually going to surge even more, right? So coming to data science now, right? So why is data science more important or relevant? So I've given some numbers here. These are staggering numbers if you see, right? So why data science? So today everything that you are doing, right, is actually generating so much data, correct? You went on a online shopping website. What did you browse? What are your habits? What sort of products you are interested in, right? Correct? What times do you browse? What is the price range that you are looking at whenever you are buying? All this data is actually used by companies to be able to show you more contextual information. Contextual information means, okay, so this guy has been looking at, let's say, this mobile phone, and this is in the price of, let's say, 5,000 to 10,000, right? So looks like this person is more likely to buy this kind of mobile phone only. So now on the online shopping website, you are most likely to get more such suggestions of those kind of mobiles. You would have already seen that. Everybody must have already experienced that happening. So that's not happening by chance. It's actually, so somebody has actually written algorithms to actually interpret all of your data, the way how you browse, right? Sometimes they actually combine data from multiple sources and then they throw suggestions at you. What happens then is that you actually end up buying. And sometimes you may actually not even use that product. You are actually just casually browsing. But then you will get so good suggestions, for example, sometimes you will feel that, okay, this is much better than what I was just looking for. Why not I should just go ahead and buy, right? So that actually turns into, monetization. That's called monetization. Monetization means that you are actually making money out of that user behavior, for example, right? So all of that is generating huge amount of data. If you look at, I have given some numbers. So this is actually in zettabytes, and that's how it's going to explode till 2035. These are all projections. An exabyte is 1024 petabyte, a zettabyte is 1024 exabyte, and so on and so forth. So in the end, you can say that those are so many megabits of data, actually megabytes of data. And so this is in 620 zettabytes. That's how the volume of data is going to increase by 2035. Correct? Right? So if so many people are browsing, so many people are always on the internet, always on mobile phone, always on apps, right? Even now, even satellite TV has gone out of the picture. It's all OTT, right? You're actually going on OTT apps. That is all data again, right? Which is being streamed onto your TVs or your apps, right? So if and then all of this data is being recorded, collected, analyzed. So if so much of data is going to get generated, more and more people are actually going to be part of this mainstream, for example. So for example, if I talk about my parents, right? They are not so tech savvy. But then there are so many things which I don't know. I actually asked my mom that, hey, how did you do this actually? I don't know. So she actually told me, hey, this is how I use this WhatsApp feature actually. So people are becoming more and more tech savvy. So everybody is going on to tech, usage of tech, for example, right? So this is how the amount of data that is going to get generated. Now, where is this data getting generated? I actually talked about all of that, right? So if you see IoT and sensors, so this is like, these smart meters, individual sensors, autonomous vehicles, right? So self-driving cars which are being introduced, right? 50%, and these are all industrial applications basically. So even today, 50% of all this entire new data is being generated by all the machine generated data. It's not even user data actually, right? And then cloud platforms and then consumer generated data. As I've given some of the examples. For example, YouTube, Netflix, TikTok, Instagram. They are actually, each user generates about 4.2 GB data per day, with video streaming alone accounting for around 8 GB per day per user. Correct? So that's how staggering these numbers are, if you look at, right? So now, why do you need to invest in data science? So how is data science helping? So for example, in real-time analytics, you will actually do real-time processing of sensor data because, for example, self-drive cars, right? So self-drive cars have so many sensors. They are actually collecting data on who is passing by, right? Where is the direction? Where should I go? Right? All of that. So they are actually collecting all of that data, analyzing it. Pattern recognition is there, for example, to identify patterns in temperature, vibration, and stuff like that, right? And similarly for all of that, right? So cloud platform, if you see, consumer generated, if you see, right? Analyze user behaviors to tailor content, recommendations, and experiences, right? In apps like Netflix and TikTok, something that that I actually talked about recently, right? Then fraud detection is there, right? Which means that monitor transactions and user activity to actually detect anomalies and prevent the abuse, for example. And search optimization. So a lot of times, even the search is like a contextual search. So for example, I am searching for movies. I would be most likely interested in movies during my time, which came around, let's say, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, right? And then if you're searching, let's say if you are searching for movies, your search results will be completely different from my search results, right? So it's called contextual search, which means that you actually add context to every user activity and then deliver content based on whatever that particular user will like, correct? That actually engages the user more, which means that it leads to more user satisfaction, which means that, okay, this guy is giving me more relevant content. I'll actually search on this browser rather than on some other browser, right? So, correct. So that is why data science. Okay, so one second. Yeah. So that is why data science is very, very important. So cloud we talked about. Cloud was more about how fast, how quickly, and to how many people you can reach all across the globe for whatever you are doing. Data science is all about whatever people are doing now on your apps, right? How do you actually collect that data and then use it to your advantage if you are working in a company, right? How will you actually analyze that data? How will you actually, create, algorithms which will be targeted around, those usage patterns and all of that, right? And then comes AI. So what is AI now? So AI is like a computer to think and learn like a human. So we have hosted our application in cloud. We have made people actually use it, and now we have all the data. But who will be the brain behind that to actually take decision? What do I have to do? That's where AI comes. So AI is the brain, which is a brain of a computer, which is actually taking a decision now. That, okay, this is what the person is doing. Today, a lot of that decision or algorithms are being written manually by software engineers, which means that they are actually doing data science to analyze the data. Once they have all the results, they then code it manually, correct? But then AI now is actually about large language models, which is nothing but a similar network that is there sitting in your brain today. How do you take a decision? Based on all the data that you process every day, right? So it's because of your brain, right? Your brain tells you, okay, this is how stuff is going, probably this is what you should do, and this is not what you should do. Similarly, AI today is actually helping now programmers to actually create those language models which can take those decisions automatically based on all the data that has been collected so far, right? So everyday examples, AI helps the fastest route in maps, right? It will help you find the fastest route by learning traffic patterns, right? If you see in some of the map apps, earlier there used to be only one suggestion from going from point A to point B. But lately we get multiple suggestions based on fastest route and stuff like that. Why is that? It's actually AI which is getting built now. So AI, and plus they will also look at if you are going from point A to point B, like from where all, what is the likelihood of, what is the best route that will actually match to your requirements, for example, right? So all of that is AI. Content platforms, as I said, movie suggestions, voice assistants now, right? Understand your voice and respond intelligently, right? You on Siri, for example, on iPhones, and I think even Samsung phones also have similar voice assistants, right? So email systems, right? To use AI to detect and block unwanted messages, right? So how it works? So this is very layman. This is all very, very complex than what we are talking about. But definitely there is not much time to actually go so much deep. My idea is to actually instill all these thoughts in your mind. Basically, sow the seeds, and then the later job of watering it, and then harvesting it will be on you to do that, right? So I'm here to only sow the seeds of wisdom in your minds, right? So AI gets data like pictures, text, or images, or numbers, right? It will find patterns in that data, and then it will use those patterns to make predictions or choices, right? So we are actually creating something similar to neural network which sits in our brain in software. So the data will come, it will take, so it's more of like, so for example, you will do a course, for example, automata. In automata, you can actually create those life cycle diagrams wherein you will say, okay, if this is the value of this variable, should I go this way or that way, and then that is how you create a decision tree. So something similar to that. And then so there are different kinds of AI now, right? So for example, the AI which is driving a self-drive car is not generative AI. So ChatGPT and other Grok AI and other AIs are basically called generative AIs. What is generative AI? Generative AI is basically which is designed to create new content based on input prompts and learned patterns. So what do? You go and tell the AI model to actually do certain stuff for you, right? It is not monitoring any data on its own. It is not doing any analysis on its own. It is just, so it has all the knowledge based on whatever information it has gathered from the internet, correct? So that's the data source for AI. And then you go and say, okay, for example, I generated that image, right? So I just said, okay, give me these important landmarks, right, of Kanpur. But then it actually searched the internet, it got those images, and then it compiled it to one, right? So the foundational models are basically massive neural networks trained on diverse data sets. LLMs are nothing but large language models, right? And then they have multimodal capabilities, which means that they are able to process and generate text, image, audio, video for flexible applications, right? And then there's a retrieval augmented generation, which means that you combine generation with search to ground outputs in factual data for accuracy. This is what I did, correct, right? So it actually did search for all those landmarks, and then it generated the output for me, right? Then prompt engineering, which means that you actually have to process the prompt also correctly. What are we trying to tell the AI model? That AI model also should be able to understand that what this guy is actually asking from me to do, right? So that's what is prompt engineering, right? And then operationalization and evolution, which is fine, which is infrastructure for deployment monitoring, and safety and governance, which means that you should not be using it for unethical purposes, right? Or for example, a lot of children should not be subjected to some of the content which is getting generated, for example, right? To prevent certain incidents of child abuse and stuff like that, right? So this is what it is. And this is, I think, the most important slide in the entire talk. If you see now, right, if you leave out the left part of it, right, if you just focus on mechanical and chemical, how can you actually, so these are all foundational technologies, right? So, for example, you have, let's say you want to do, let's say fluid dynamics, you want to do some innovation in fluid dynamics in mechanical engineering, right? You need to combine your foundational knowledge of fluid dynamics that you will get from mechanical engineering, and then you will learn how to use AI, only learn how to use AI, and then use AI to actually drive innovation in the field of fluid dynamics in your areas, right? So that is why it is equally important, not from even building the technology, but using the technology. And so everybody in this room can actually use these technologies. Some of these things I've actually mentioned, some of these things I searched actually over internet, and the top ones I've actually mentioned for, let's say, for example, chemical or mechanical, right? So for chemical, if you see, for material discovery, reaction optimization, sustainable engineering, right? Creating digital twins to be able to, create energy efficient, safer chemical plants. What is a digital twin? You will actually try to simulate the entire chemical plant within software and see if it is going to be safer when it's actually rolled out in production or when it is actually getting built, right, out there in the field, right? So, yeah, so some of these, so, yeah, I think that with that, I come to an end, and yeah. So thank you all for listening, and then, yeah.
Thank you, Mayank, for this marathon speech. I suppose everybody is awake. You should be actually. So it was very informative, vibrant talk, and very nicely elaborated. So the point is that why did I presume Mayank has taken this topic of AI is that it is the most talked about thing today in the market and at home and everywhere. It is all pervasive now. And the point is that this talk was not merely for computer science students. It is equivalently important for and applicable to electronics and communication, chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, material science. In fact, every stream. The only thing is, some of them will use as a tool and some of them will develop those tools. That is the only difference. But it is equally important for everybody to keep an eye on what is happening and how we can use it in our projects, studies, and definitely when you are at UIT, every branch will study artificial intelligence directly or indirectly. Okay, so now onwards, I would request my esteemed colleagues from various departments who are here sitting on the stage to please ensure that they cut short their, their talk, so that we can timely conclude this event, because they are, I know they are also engaged in other activities, university activities. So when you come here, you take admission, what next? We have to start with the academics. That means how we will be studying, what are the rules and regulations of the institute, how the things will go about, how we will move from one semester to another semester, our grading system and all that, which is the most important part of the curriculum. For that, with us, we are fortunate to have our Dean Academics, Madam Professor Bistri Mitra. I would request ma'am to kindly introduce the students to the academic system that we are going to use.
Thank you, Deepak sir. Our alumni and staff student Mayank, my colleagues who are on stage and in front of me, parents who are with the students, and my very, very dear students of the new 2K25 batch. Before I start telling you a little bit about academics, there's a small portion which our director sir kind of missed out, so he requested me to do it. That is to introduce the heads of the department of UIT. I'll start with the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, which has got two programs, BTech in Computer Science and Engineering and BTech in Computer Science and Engineering Artificial Intelligence. So this is Dr. Sandesh Gupta. Then we have Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Dr. Ajit Srivastava. Then we have Chemical Engineering, Dr. Abhishek Chandra, who you must have interacted with during your admission. The head of Mechanical Engineering Department is Dr. Ramen Singh Niranjan. Unfortunately, he is engaged elsewhere, so he's not here, but you've all met him anyways during your admissions. And the head of the Department of Material Science and Metallurgical Engineering, Dr. V.K. Kashyap. Thank you, everyone. The thing is that I am here today as Dean Academics of CSJM University, but I must let you know that I am a teacher in the chemical engineering department, which Mayank also mentioned. So I'm definitely going to interact with a lot of you in future. As we have heard that the engineering education has had a paradigm shift in the last few years. It has changed from being teacher-centric to becoming student-centric. What we teach you is not important, how much you learn and how you perform after this, which is called the outcome-based education, that is the most important one. So as when you enter the academic building where you took your admissions, you will see there's a board out there where the outcomes of your degree, that is the BTech in engineering degree, is written out there. That after you finish and pass out as an engineer, what are you expected to know or do? So I'll just very quickly go through a few things about the academics of this university. At the institute and the university, we have complete autonomy in terms of academics. That means we teach you, we make our own question papers, we conduct examinations, and we publish our results. Your evaluation at the end of a semester will be based, it's a continuous evaluation. So there will be quizzes, there will be assignments, there will be mid-semester examinations and end-semester examinations. And you'll be marked on each one of them, and the total grade that you'll get at the end of the semester will be a combination of what marks you're going to get in each of these components. You must have already got an academic calendar, or it will be shared with you very soon, both the timetable and the academic calendar, and we go exactly as per the schedule that is mentioned in the academic calendar. When the quizzes will be, when the mid-semester is going to be, end semester, all of this is currently mentioned in the academic calendar. The grading system that we have started, or we have, is basically what is based on the AICT model, that the grades range from A+ to F. You must have this is an absolute grading system depending on how much of marks you get into all, which is converted to grades. All of you are now familiar with what grades are and etc. And the minimum passing marks for each of these subjects is about 40, and in the practical subjects it is 50. After each examination, whether it's your quizzes or mid-semester or end semester, your copies will be shown to you. You should be satisfied with the marks that you get, or you can request your teacher as to why you have got marks or not got marks, whatever is the case, and the teacher will help you understand why you have missed that, so that next examination you do not make the same kind of mistakes. Departments will allot you academic mentors, and for any issues, any problems that you have in academics, you can contact them. You can contact your head of the department or your director, sir. Attendance, as mentioned by director, sir, is mandatory. 75% attendance is compulsory. I would request all the departments to inform the students at the end of every month if they are falling short of the 75% attendance, because mid-semester you will not be allowed unless you have this attendance. And as far as the laboratory classes are concerned, I would request you that please attend all the classes. This is not just for your learning process, this is for the case of safety also. For example, you're attending a chemistry lab or a workshop, where if you do not know how to use the equipment or the chemicals, it might be dangerous to you as well as all the others. The examinations that we have are mostly pen and paper, but we can also have our quizzes or mid-semester examinations on the Moodle platform, which is essentially an online examination system. In this university, we are very digitally aware, and we like to use any kind of technology that is available to us. Maybe not in the first year, but in the due course of time, you might be doing courses, online courses, which are from NPTEL or SWAYAM, which is again something that has been mandated by ICT as well as UGC. For promotion from first year to second year, you must have earned 40% of the credits. From each year, you have to keep on earning 40% extra credits minimum to get promoted to the next year. There is a provision for branch change in your department, from your department to another one at the end of the first year. But there are some riders that there is a minimum CGPA which is required for application, and the desired branch should have some seats left. So, but do not rely on that. Be happy with what you have, the branches that you have, and as Mayank sir just told you right now, that it doesn't matter which branch you are in, there are enough engineering problems that any of you can solve, and AI, data science and cloud, as he was talking about, is there everywhere. Some of us will be making it, some of us will be using it. And there are two other very important problems in the world today. One is of energy and the other is of environment. In both of these, any of you from any branch of engineering can contribute to make it any better. From this year onwards, as you might have seen, that we are offering some minor degrees. That means if somebody is doing a BTech in chemical engineering, can do a minor in computer science. But again, I repeat, this is not for all students. There will be a minimum CGPA criteria for them, but you don't have to choose that right away. You will be informed as to after, at least for till the second year, you can do whatever you're doing, and beyond that, you can apply for a minor. This will be over and above your normal major BTech degree. As per the NEP mandate, we now have exit policies for the students after the first year. If you want to, somebody wants to quit, which I'm sure none of you will, but if you have to for some reason, you can get a UG certificate after completing all the credits of your first year, plus some additional courses of your department. Similarly, after the second year, you can get an UG diploma, and after the third year, you can get a BWalk in engineering. These are provisions there, but I'm sure each one of you will complete your 4 years out here. The maximum time that you get to complete your degree is 7 years. For an engineering department. There's one more thing, like Deepak sir started it, Alok sir talked about it, that hard work. There is no shortcut to that. Today you saw your senior alumnus, Mayank, out here being in a very good position, but it didn't happen in one day, nor will it happen the moment you leave this institute. This is something that you have to develop, grow, and over the years you'll probably reach a very high position. But there are no shortcuts to anything, and sometimes your education cannot be just restricted to what is done in class or what is being asked in the examination. You have to do something to develop yourself. Do online courses, do courses which are from NPTEL without your teachers telling you to do it. Do courses which are from Coursera, do it from anywhere you get. At the university, we try to facilitate that. We try our best to give you opportunities to do it, but beyond that is something that now during the semester, if you don't have the time, you do it during summers. Do it anytime you want, but again, like Deepak sir once I remember saying, that you have to enrich yourself whenever you are here. If you look at the syllabus from your second year, all departments will be, apart from, you do a basic course in computation in the first year, and in the second year, you'll be doing a course in data science and machine learning. All departments will do that, so that you at least have a background to use these subjects in your field of engineering, whatever it is. Now that's enough of academics that I have told you. And again, there's one thing some of you might have a problem with. Our basic language that we teach in is English, but teachers always help you in case you have a problem with your language. If Hindi is your one you're strong in, आप टीचर से बात करिए, टीचर्स आपको समझा देंगे, उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Anything you have, any problem, कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो, टीचर्स को अप्रोच करिए. We have very approachable teachers, very senior teachers who can help you at any stage. And I would again suggest, make friends, form groups, study together. There's nothing like, having a group activity. And that will essentially not only help, you can understand from each other. Somebody might be good in one subject, somebody else might be good in the other one. So use your resources and pull together and do your best. But that doesn't mean copying in your assignments. You can do it together, but not copy. And once again, at the end, I wish you all the best. And may these 4 years be the best years of your life, so that at the end of this 4 years, you should be in a condition where you do not want to leave this place. And before I end, I want to thank Mayank for taking us through this very lovely memory, down the memory lane, showing us those pictures and all that, and I would love them if they can share. And I'm sure all of you have been inspired that if you could be in his position several years later, addressing the students, your juniors, and I wish that to see each one of you on this stage several years later now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ma'am. She is very strong with the norms and all because she has been our academic performance evaluation committee chairperson also. Without wasting time, I would like to request Professor Ashish Srivastava, who is librarian of University, Central Library, to please address these students and tell them the facilities that our university provides.
Thank you very much, Deepak sir. Dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, guardians, parents, and my dear students. On behalf of Central Library, from core of my heart, I welcome all of you in this Kanpur University premises. I very proudly announce that we are having a state-of-art library of this region, and once you visit the library, you will definitely feel the facilities and services available related to your course as well as other readings materials also. So actually, I have to cut in short the rules and regulation and facility services to. So I request Alok sir to please arrange some orientation program, especially for the Central Library. So where I will make you point out each and every facility service, how you can avail our facility and services without wasting the time. So actually, you know, each and facilities available in Central Library you can access using our library on device. This is actually a device or software that is available on Google Play Store. So you can download that particular software as you are using Android phone or iOS, whatever phone you are using. So just type CSGMU space e-library. So that application is available there. So with the help of these software, you can use our library facility and services very efficiently. So this is a kind of remote access facilities also. The facilities services available in terms of the e-books, e-journals and other databases. With that particular software, you can access all these subscribed content from distance of the locations. So as far as the rules and regulation is concerned, you can go through using our website csgmu.ac.in and Central Library website. Most important is there are 4 books issued to each and every student for the period of 30 days. And after completing 30 days, 1 rupee penalty will be imposed. So try to return your books within the due course of time. So we don't want to any penalty would be received from any of the students. So this is most important for you to return the books within a time. And once you enter in the library, the I-card will be issued, I think within a day or two, you will receive RFID based I-card. This is basically a very equipped I-card once you enter in the library. So there is a RFID technology installed in each and every area of the library. Once you enter, your entry is will be locked in whenever you come in the library, whenever you out from the library. All your log report will be maintained department wise. So when you are come in the library, you just use that card for getting issued the book and return the book. So try to whenever you come in the library, please carry your card with you and don't transfer your card to any other users. So without wasting the much time, I congratulate to all of you and best of luck for your study. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashish sir. I really admire the type of facility that our university has from the library point of view. When you will go to library, you will see and you will be delighted to sit there and study in your off times. We have with us Dr. Shashikant. I would request him. I would in fact request Mayuri ma'am also to please come on the stage. Niyati ma'am to please come on the stage. So your turn is there, we'll save time actually. You will honor us and in fact, yeah. So I would request Shashikant sir. He's looking after the Student Code of Conduct and Anti-Ragging. He is the proctor. He is from the proctorial board of the university. So we have said all good things to you. Everybody is there to help you out, but we also want help from you by being disciplined in the institute when you are there. So whenever we see, or anybody of us will see you deviating from your path, we'll always try to correct you and also to punish you whenever required. Shashikant sir, please.
Thank you, Deepak sir. Welcome to all. Being as a chief proctor, I am not going to speak very sweet words because I have a responsibility to maintain the discipline. So discipline always required, better words. So friends, for maintaining discipline, we have 3 documents. Number 1 is a student code of conduct. And if you check your welcome kit, we have provided one brochure which have QR codes. So student code of conduct also have a QR code. You can scan that code and you get the whole student code of conduct. So friend, student code of conduct, it is a very important document during when you are pursuing your course. तो ये बहुत आपके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट है. टेक इट वेरी सीरियसली बिकॉज कि ये आपको ये बताता है कि व्हाट इज द डूज एंड डोंट्स, और डोंट टेक वेरी इन लाइटर मोड. ये आपके पूरे कोर्स से ही रिलेटेड नहीं है, बट ये आपके करियर से भी रिलेटेड है. इसलिए मैं आपको बहुत इसको सीरियसली लेने के लिए बोलूंगा, बिकॉज जो हमारा एकेडमिक रूल्स है उसके अकॉर्डिंगली जब आपका किसी भी डोंट्स में इन्वॉल्वमेंट हम देखते हैं और हम एक्शन लेते हैं, तो उसमें सस्पेंशन और टर्मिनेशन के प्रोविजंस दिए हुए हैं. तो सस्पेंशन सिर्फ कोर्स से नहीं होता है बल्कि वो रिफ्लेक्ट करता है पूरा होल ईयर. तो आपका 1 साल पूरा बर्बाद हो जाएगा वहां. इसलिए वेरी 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 हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम माय साइड कि डोंट बिलीव इन द डोंट्स. कि आप जो डोंट्स में बिलीव कर रहे हैं या कुछ आपके अंदर कुछ नोटोरियस थॉट आ रहा है या कोई मस्ती आ रही है, तो प्लीज आप अपने स्कूल जो है उस एटमॉस्फेयर से बाहर आ जाइए और यहां पर सीरियसली उस स्टूडेंट कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट के अकॉर्डिंगली बिहेव करिए. Because your behavior and good images not reflect your own identity. आपकी आइडेंटिटी को रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं करेगा, वो हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी को रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा. अगर आप अच्छा बिहेव करेंगे तो हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी की इमेज अच्छी बनेगी. अगर आप एक निगेटिव इमेज को जो है कंसीव करके चलेंगे तो हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी की निगेटिव इमेज बनेगी. तो आप प्लीज उस डोंट्स को ऊपर बिलीव मत करिए. कोई भी ऐसी एक्टिविटी मत करिए जो मिसकंडक्ट होती है या मिसकंडक्ट के उसमें आती है, बिकॉज हम बहुत सीरियस एक्शंस लेते हैं. अगर सस्पेंशन होगा तो आपका पूरा 1 साल बर्बाद होगा, और अगर जो है टर्मिनेशन होगा तो आप कोर्स से बाहर हो जाएंगे. ये कोई स्कूल का रूल नहीं है कि प्रिंसिपल साहब आपको बुलाएंगे और पेरेंट्स के साथ आपकी काउंसलिंग करेंगे और आपको बताएंगे कि जो है ठीक है हम 15 दिन के लिए आपको रोक दे रहे हैं. ऐसा कुछ भी यहाँ नहीं होता है. इसलिए आप किसी के भी जो है र्यूमर्स पर या किसी के कहने पर मत चलिएगा. ये मेरी बहुत हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है, बिकॉज आप यहाँ पर एक जो है कंपटीशन को फेस करके आए हैं एंड यू आर वेरी लकी कि आप जो है यहाँ पर आपको एडमिशन मिला, और उसमें उस एडमिशन में सिर्फ आपका हार्डवर्क नहीं था, एक डिसिप्लिन भी था. दैट्स व्हाई यू आर हियर. दूसरा है एंटी रैगिंग. एंटी रैगिंग इज नॉट अ एक्ट, इट इज अ पनिशेबल एक्ट. ये क्रिमिनल एक्ट है. इस पे 2 इयर्स तक का इम्प्रिजनमेंट का प्रोविजन है. इम्प्रिजनमेंट मतलब जेल जा सकते हो 2 साल के लिए. दूसरा इसमें क्या है कि ये क्रिमिनल ऑफेंस होता है तो FIR लॉज होती है. तो इसलिए कोई भी ऐसा मिसकंडक्ट जो कि एंटी रैगिंग एक्ट में दिया हुआ है वो भी हमने आपको प्रोवाइड किया हुआ है. QR कोड स्कैन कर लीजिए, वहां से आपको मिल जाएगा. तो डोंट इन्वॉल्व इन द एंटी रैगिंग एक्ट्स. बिकॉज ये भी आपका पूरा करियर स्पॉइल कर देगा। और एक बार क्रिमिनल एक्ट जो है या किसी भी चीज में सस्पेंशन होता है तो आपके कैरेक्टर में वो चीज अटैच हो जाती है, राइट? तो ये चीजें आपको बिल्कुल भी नहीं करनी है, क्योंकि फिर सर्विसेज में आपकी जॉब्स में प्रॉब्लम आएगी, ठीक? थर्ड वन डॉक्यूमेंट है जो अभी हमने आपको प्रोवाइड नहीं किया है, बट वेरी सून वी विल प्रोवाइड यू, दैट इज द सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट हैंडलिंग। सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट हैंडलिंग में हमारे पास सोशल मीडिया रूल्स हैं, कैसे आपको अपने अकाउंट को हैंडल करना है, विद ड्यू सीरियसनेस आपको जो है अकाउंट्स को हैंडल करना है। डोंट हैंडल विद नेग्लिजेंस, ये आप कोई भी रील बना देंगे, कोई भी वीडियो बना देंगे, कुछ भी सर्कुलेट कर देंगे, दैट इज नॉट परमिसिबल हियर। अगर आप ऐसा कुछ भी करते हैं तो उसमें भी सस्पेंशन एंड टर्मिनेशंस हैं, ठीक है? अगर इफ यू आर वेरी गुड इन मेकिंग जो है फिल्म एंड रील्स एंड ऑल, सो वी हैव अ सोशल मीडिया सेल, बाय देयर यू गेट अ परमिशन, आप परमिशन ले लीजिए, एंड परमिशन लेने के बाद आप बनाइए, हम आपको परमिट करेंगे। बट विदाउट परमिशन अगर आप जो है कोई भी रील वीडियो इस तरीके की एक्टिविटीज करते हैं और उसमें कोई भी हमारा प्रीमाइसेस इन्वॉल्व होता है जो कि बाद में रिफ्लेक्ट होता है एक किसी नेगेटिव उसमें, तो हम आपके ऊपर एक्शन लेंगे, राइट? ये तो हुआ आपके ऊपर की जब आप बनाते हो। थर्ड पार्टी भी सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट हैंडलिंग का भी हमारे पास रूल है। अगर किसी थर्ड पार्टी ने बनाया और वो इमेज हमारी इंपीच कर रहा है तो उसके लिए भी आपको रिस्पॉन्सिबल हम मानेंगे। तो डोंट शेयर, डोंट फॉरवर्ड ऐसा कोई वीडियो की जो कि हमारी सीएसजीएमओ की इमेज को जो है ब्रीच करता हो, राइट? तो ये कुछ 3 डॉक्यूमेंट्स थे जो मैंने आपको यहाँ पर बताए, बिकॉज ये आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है। यहाँ पर सस्पेंशन टर्मिनेशन रिफ्लेक्ट कर देता पूरे करियर को, इसलिए प्लीज मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है आप लोगों से कि इसको सीरियसली लीजिए। ये तो सिर्फ मैंने आपको, ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सिर्फ आपको जो है डराने के लिए है, मैं यहाँ पर डराने के लिए खड़ा हुआ हूँ। अब मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी यहाँ पर ये भी है कि अगर कोई आपकी डिग्निटी या रेस्पेक्ट या जो है आप कोई इनकन्वीनियंस फेस करते हैं रिलेटेड टू डिसिप्लिन, तो आप मेरे ऑफिस को अप्रोच कर सकते हैं, चीफ डॉक्टर ऑफिस को, बिकॉज योर डिग्निटी एंड रेस्पेक्ट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस। हम आपकी डिग्निटी और रेस्पेक्ट को बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस देते हैं। अगर कोई भी मिसकंडक्ट, कोई हैरेसमेंट या किसी तरीके का आप कोई भी बिहेवियर फेस करते हैं तो यू कैन रिपोर्ट टू मी और डीएसडब्ल्यू मैम, प्रोफेसर अंशु यादव मैम, आप उनको कर सकते हैं। सिक्योरिटी इंचार्ज है हमारे पास डॉक्टर अंकित त्रिवेदी। इन 3 अथॉरिटीज को आप रिपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, नहीं तो अपने डीन डायरेक्टर्स को भी आप रिपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, वहां से भी हमारे पास रिपोर्टिंग आ जाती है। तो आपको कोई भी अफ्रेड होने की जरूरत नहीं है। विदाउट एनी हेजिटेशन, विदाउट एनी उसके आप इस एटमॉस्फेयर में रहिए। ये बहुत सेफ एटमॉस्फेयर है, यहाँ पर ये यूनिवर्सिटी बहुत सेफ है आपके लिए। यहाँ पर सारी फैसिलिटीज जो है प्रोवाइड की जा रही हैं। आप अपने करियर में अपने गोल्स को अचीव करिए। थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू शशिकांत सर। डिसिप्लिन में रहना अच्छी बात है और जरूरी भी।
वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, वेरी सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट दीपक सर, आपके व्हीकल्स आपके डिपार्टमेंट तक अलाउड नहीं है, राइट? हमारा जो पार्किंग एरिया है, मेन एंट्रेंस जहां से है उसी के साइड में पार्किंग एरिया है। कभी भी हमारे गार्ड से कोई भी बैड बिहेव मत करिएगा, बिकॉज दे आर परफॉर्मिंग देयर ड्यूटी। सो आप उनको रेस्पेक्ट करिए। अगर वो रोकते हैं आपको, वैसे भी आपके लिए मैंने आपको इन एडवांस बता दिया, योर व्हीकल्स आर नॉट अलाउड इन योर डिपार्टमेंट। सो प्लीज आप उसको मत लाइएगा। वहां पे पार करके आप जो है वहां से वॉक करके अपने डिपार्टमेंट तक आए। थैंक यू।
सेफ्टी के लिए हमेशा हेलमेट पहन के जरूर चलिए। So we are honored to have our Dr. Shilpa Kaista ma'am. She is looking after she is Dean of Innovation and Entrepreneur Cell. I would request her to please introduce the Innovation Foundation to the students. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Very good afternoon to all the dignitaries, all the faculty members, heads on the dais, off the dais, and a very warm welcome to all the freshers who have joined Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj University. I'm here. My name is Dr. Shilpa Kaista. और मैं थोड़ा स्विच करती हूँ बाइलिंगुअली। मुझे यहाँ पे ऑफिस ऑफ डीन, बड़ा लंबा चौड़ा नाम है, बट इनोवेशन, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, नवाचार, उद्यमिता, स्टार्टअप और IPR, इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स, इसका ऑफिस के जितने भी अंडर जितने भी काम आते हैं उसको मैं हेड करती हूँ, और हमारी एक टीम है जो कि सबको देखती है। तो आप लोग, अभी मैं सुन रही थी एकेडमिक्स की बहुत बातें हुई, अभी हमारे चीफ डॉक्टर सर ने भी आपको बताया सारे रूल्स, लेकिन ये यूनिवर्सिटी ऐसी भी जगह है जहाँ पे अभी आपको बाकी के सारे हमारे फैकल्टी मेंबर्स बताएंगे कि बहुत सारे मज़ेदार एक्टिविटीज़ भी होते हैं, इतनी सारी एवेन्यूज़ होती हैं आपको इंटरेक्ट करने के लिए। यहाँ पे 11 स्कूल्स हैं, फ्रॉम परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स, बायोलॉजी, फार्मेसी, हेल्थ, और ऐसे इवेंट्स में यू विल फाइंड दैट यू विल मेक न्यू फ्रेंड्स, न्यू टीम्स। और जो हमारा सेल है, दिस इज विद द विजन ऑफ आवर ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर। सो इस यूनिवर्सिटी में एक बिजनेस इंक्यूबेटर है ऑफ द नेम ऑफ छत्रपति शाहू जी महाराज CSDM इनोवेशन फाउंडेशन। और अगर आपका रुझान है टेक इनोवेटिव एक्टिविटीज़ में पार्टिसिपेट करने का, IIT में टेकृति हो रही है या किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन में रोबोटिक्स कंपटीशन हो रहा है, इस तरह के इनोवेटिव टेक्नोलॉजिकल चैलेंजेस में पार्टिसिपेट करने का, जो स्मार्ट इंडिया हैकाथॉन होती है उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करना है आपको, इसके आगे आपके इनोवेटिव आइडिया को आपको कोई एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के जितने भी परव्यू में चीज़ें आती हैं, आपको आई नो पढ़ाया जाता है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, but if you want some more actual information on ground level, if you have some idea that you want to pursue while you are studying, okay, and you want to explore कि इसका मैं स्टार्टअप बनाऊं या ना बनाऊं, ये सारी चीज़ें हमारा सेल देखता है। तो ज़्यादा टाइम ना लेते हुए आई जस्ट टेल यू कि आप जब यूनिवर्सिटी में एंटर करते हैं, ऑन योर राइट साइड इज आवर फाइनेंशियल कैपिटल, बैंक्स हैं, तो मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली आप लोग वहाँ बैंक अकाउंट खोलने जाएंगे। उस बिल्डिंग में या नीचे यूनियन बैंक और बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा है, उस बिल्डिंग में जब आप एंटर करेंगे तो फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे हमारा ऑफिस है। तो आपके पास कोई भी आइडिया आता है, यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम टू कम एंड शेयर विद अस, वी आर देयर इज एन एंटायर टीम ऑफ एक्सपर्ट्स जिनका काम है, सो देयर इज एन इंक्यूबेशन मैनेजर, एन इनोवेशन ऑफिसर, वी आर ऑल्सो अ रिकग्नाइज्ड इंक्यूबेटर मीन्स बिजनेस आइडियाज। वो इंक्यूबेटर आपने बायोलॉजी में पढ़ा होगा कि अंडे का इंक्यूबेटर होता है, वैसे ही अगर आपका बिजनेस आइडिया है, बहुत नेसेंट स्टेज में है, तो उसको परिपूर्ण कंडीशंस देना, उसको बिजनेस इंक्यूबेटर कहते हैं। तो हम उत्तर प्रदेश गवर्नमेंट के रिकग्नाइज्ड इंक्यूबेटर है छत्रपति शाहू जी महाराज इनोवेशन फाउंडेशन, जिससे कि आपको फंडिंग मिल सकती है। हम आपको मेंटर्स, बैंक्स, इन्वेस्टर्स सबके साथ, अगर आपका आइडिया रियली सबको अट्रैक्टिव लगता है तो फंडिंग दिला सकते हैं। आप में से कई स्टूडेंट्स हमारे सेल के थ्रू कॉम्पिटिशन्स में गए हैं, स्मार्ट इंडिया हैकाथॉन में प्राइजेस विन करके आए हैं। So UIT and all the faculty members, mentors, they have always supported student activities. You are very, very lucky to be part of this organization. And I invite you, without taking any more time, I'm sure we'll have more opportunities to interact, but please feel free to drop by any time for a cup of tea and we can chat over any innovative idea you have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shilpa ma'am. So next I would like to call, why I was opening my WhatsApp was because he has so many feathers in his cap. I have to touch upon each one of them. So when you come to study here and when you are taking admission, one very prominent question that everybody asks, वहाँ placement कैसे होता है? To answer this and to facilitate your placements, we have very energetic alumni of this institute itself, Dr. Praveen Bhai Patel, and he is so energetic and vibrant that he has been assigned several duties. I'll just read out for you. He is Director Training and Placement. He is Chairperson of Academic Performance Evaluation Committee. He is Estate Officer of the University. He is also Associate Dean of Innovation Cell, and he is Faculty Coordinator of Idea Lab that Alok sir was talking about. And he is also Workshop Superintendent of Central Workshop of UIT. So I will call this person to please address the students, and please give a big round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. As it is your first day, you all want to know that what are your training and placement proposals of the institute and how you are going to work on training and placement. So this training and placement has been divided into two major sections. One part is of training, where we provide trainings in different fields for each and every student. Training starts from first year onwards. For first year, the training is not a mandatory process. For each and every student, that lot of students are having queries. I want CS branch, I want AI branch, I want electronics, but due to my rank, I am unable to get it. But due to the multidisciplinary industries are taking multidisciplinary students from each and every branch. So if you are having a knowledge of that particular field, you are very easily able to switch into the industry where you want to go. And in this institute of UIT, we are having number of students placed in different positions, in different industries, in software, core branches, PSUs, multinational companies, and of one you have met your senior here, Mayank sir, who was here as a alumni. So in training, we will provide you whatever training you are lacking with. We are going to have a MOU with different training companies which are going to give you different objectives, how to train yourself, how to improve your personality development, how to have a knowledge of AI, how to have a knowledge of cloud. So all these you are going to get, and each and every student can register. From third year, it is a mandatory process for each and every student to get the training program, get the internship program, get the workshop which is arranged by the training cells, and you have to go to those training programs. Secondary, coming to the second part, that is placement, which is one of the major things. What this training is basically provided to you to get into the field of placement. How you are going to be selected in the PSUs, what are the basic requirements, what are the basic points which you go through that you can be easily selected in PSUs or in multinational. So all these things will be guided to you through training and placement cells, and UIT itself is having an independent training and placement cell which is headed by Dr. Saurabh Gupta. He will be looking after the training and placement of UIT, and he will be working on all the training and placement support to you in the UIT itself. So in university we are having a training and placement, and as everybody has told that UIT is the largest body of university, so we are having an independent position person holding a training and placement position here. So come, join, do the other activities, but simultaneously work for your future so that you can easily get a good job after passing out this institute. Thank you.
Thank you, Praveen. Next, I would request our Dean, Chief Hostel Warden, Girls for Girls and Boys, Dr. D.K. Singh and Dr. Suni Gupta ma'am, to please address these students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Deepak sir. First of all, I'd like to thank you, UIT, all the faculty sitting on the dais, and all the parents and the students who have come over here. A big warm welcome to a very vibrant campus of Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj University, Kanpur. Congratulations for joining the course. It's the biggest school in the university, and you must have come with lots of hopes of building a very sound foundation in your career. So yes, look forward to a vibrant 3 to 4 years here, whatever your duration of the course is. Right now I'm not going to talk about the academics. I'm going to talk about your stay in the university campus. I am right now looking after the administrative position of Assistant Chief Warden Girls. I have with me Dr. D.K. Singh sir. He is Assistant Chief Warden Boys, and I'm Dr. Soni Gupta. Basically, the whole hostels is looked after by a hostel council, which is under the chairmanship of Honorable Vice Chancellor sir. Our whole council is there, in which a lot of administrative people from the university as well as faculty is involved. We have a team of around 17 wardens looking after the whole hostels. In our campus there are 6 hostels, 2 of boys and 4 for girls. How many, please raise your hands, the students who have got the hostel facilities here? Okay. Of course, UIT is a big department, and we have a very huge representation of UIT in our hostels. So you will be interacting with all the wardens. We make sure that you have very good facilities here. Here we have Wi-Fi facility, all the hot water facility, newspaper, library, recreational, sports facility, and as we are faculty, all the wardens are faculty. If you have any problem in the academics also, we do a lot of counseling. You'll find all the wardens round the clock interacting with you. So please feel free if you have any issue in staying. We have got the mess facilities, which is looked after by the student council. All the hostelers, let me inform you, within a couple of weeks we'll be forming the student council. These student councils will be involved in several of the activities of the hostel, such as looking after the mess. That is, you will be involved in the supervision of the quality of the food, about the menu also, and of course the wardens will be also involved, so that you have the say whether the quality of the food is okay or not. You will be involved in sports, on hobby clubs, recreational activities, and we have a whole monthly calendar. All the academic calendar in the hostels will have a lot of activities in which we see that the all-round development of the students take place. It's not only the academics, but we want true leadership quality of the students coming up, whole the personality development, and we have activities such as yoga, which we make sure the students attend to. Other than that, we understand that you are all coming, most of you are coming for the first time from a very protective environment from your homes. So we will be starting with counseling facility also. You may be having certain adjustment problems. You want to share some, fears or something like that. So we'll be having consultants for that with the Center of Wellbeing. We have established a Center of Wellbeing in this university, and we'll be coordinating with that, so that any issues which you are facing with day-to-day, living in the hostels, so that your stay is very comfortable over here. So please come up with any issue. These are the facilities which we make sure that you are having, but other than that, the flip side of it, we maintain the hostel in a very, very disciplined manner. You just heard about the proctorial, from the proctorial board, I mean to say, the chief warden just addressed you. The other than this, we very closely work with the proctorial board, okay? And we work with the security people also. We will never tolerate any kind of indiscipline or misconduct. There are strict do's and don'ts in the hostel living premises. You have to follow that. and there are certain entry and exit times which you have to follow. Any kind of misconduct will lead to the suspension, and we are very, very particular about it. So do not think that I am entering into a college life or university and I can do anything I like. No, you'll be just held responsible for it. You'll be suspended for it if you have been proven of any kind of misconduct. And other than that, if the misconduct is of a grave nature, you will be definitely expelled from the course. So do not bear in mind that I can go, I can take shortcuts, I can do anything and I'll be like moving scot-free. No, we don't allow. We wardens have a very strict holding, and we will not allow any kind of misconduct, especially liquor intake or drugs intake or any kind of abuse. And the Chief Proctor definitely told you about the ragging activities. We are quite strict. Any kind of ragging activities which we encountered will be dealt quite severely. So, other than that, these do's and don'ts will be told by the student, by the wardens of each of the hostel. So, you can interact with the wardens, go through the do's and don'ts of the hostel, and follow the rules very nicely and make a very memorable stay in the university. So thank you all, and with most of the students who are hostlers, I'll be dealing with and all the wardens directly. So if you have any issue, please come up, and all the best for your stay and have a wonderful future ahead. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Soni ma'am. So we'll go very fast now, don't worry. I know आप सब बैठे-बैठे शायद थक गए होंगे, भूख भी लगी होगी. Anyway, so we have with us Dr. Niyati Padi. She is looking after apart from being faculty member, she is also looking after the student counseling cell. So she will take care of your mental health. In case you have any issues, she will look after it. I request Niyati ma'am to please address the students.
Dignitaries on the dais, my dear freshers, my esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon to all of you. I am Dr. Niyati Padi. I am the in charge of student counseling services in UIET. And we also exist in the form of ICC committee, that is internal complaint committee. So I would like to give you some ideas about these two committees. मैं आपको कुछ interesting चीज़ बताऊंगी इसके बारे में, जो कि आपके लिए, आप जो 4 साल यहाँ पे रहेंगे, आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़फुल होगा. ये जो ICC है, जिसका फुल फॉर्म मैंने कहा अभी आपको कि इंटरनल कंप्लेंट कमेटी, दैट नेम इटसेल्फ शोज कि आपके पास अगर कोई कंप्लेन हो तो आप हमको आके बता सकते हैं. एंड बिसाइड्स दैट ये जो स्टूडेंट काउंसलिंग कमेटी है, तो वहाँ पे हम काउंसलिंग करते हैं. ये दोनों कमेटी गवर्नमेंट के रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस के हिसाब से बना हुआ है. तो उसी में जो मेंबर्स है, ये मेंबर्स में फैकल्टी मेंबर्स भी है, उसी में स्टूडेंट्स भी है, उसमें एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव स्टाफ भी है. देन ICC का पहले मैं बता देती हूँ. कैंपस के अंदर अगर आप कोई भी तरह का सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट, कोई तरह का डिस्क्रिमिनेशन या किसी भी फॉर्म का मिसकंडक्ट अगर आप फेस करते हो, तो आप प्लीज़ ICC के पास कंप्लेन लिखाइए. लेकिन इतने सालों में, नाउ आई हैव बीन इन दिस इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर मोर देन 25 ईयर्स, इतने सालों में मैंने यहाँ पे सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट का केस कभी देखा नहीं है. जबकि हमारे पास 50% बॉयज़ 50% गर्ल्स है, लेकिन इस तरह का केस मैंने अभी तक नहीं देखा है. तो फिर भी सिंस ये सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट का डेफिनेशन चेंज हो गया है, तो आपको कभी अगर लगता है कि किसी तरह का आप सिचुएशन ऐसा फेस किया है या किसी तरह का डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, अगर वो आपका रिलीजन को लेके हो, आपका कास्ट को लेके हो, अगर किसी ने किसी तरह का डेरोगेटरी रिमार्क्स किया है जो आपको अच्छा नहीं लगा, तो आप प्लीज़ आके आईसीसी में कंप्लेंट्स दीजिए। देन कैसे ये आईसीसी काम करता है उसके बारे में बता देती हूँ। आप जब कोई कंप्लेंट्स हमको देते हैं, हम उसको पहले इन्वेस्टिगेट करते हैं कि इसके पीछे कितना सच है, और उसके बाद उसी हिसाब से वी हैव ए प्रोसीजर, हम उसको फॉलो करते हैं और अकॉर्डिंगली हम उसके लिए एक्शन लेते हैं। एंड एक चीज़ हमेशा हमने देखा है कि कोई भी कंप्लेन करने के लिए जब आता है उसको हमेशा ये डर लगता है अगर हम कंप्लेन करेंगे तो हमारे बारे में बाकी लोग को पता चल जाएगा, हरासमेंट और भी बढ़ जाएगा। ये चीज़ तो आप दिमाग से हटा ही दीजिए, क्योंकि हम पूरा कॉन्फिडेंशियल रखते हैं। आपका जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन आप देते हैं हमको, जो भी कंप्लेन करते हो आप, उसी का हम पूरा ख्याल रखते हैं कि आपके बारे में किसी को पता नहीं होगा, ठीक है। तो जो भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स आप हमको प्रोवाइड करेंगे, जो भी आप इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड करेंगे, हम उसको टोटली कॉन्फिडेंशियल रखेंगे। तो आप इसीलिए परेशान मत होइए कि आपके बारे में किसी को पता चल जाएगा, ठीक है। कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी समथिंग हम हमेशा उसको मेंटेन करते हैं। एंड द सेकेंड थिंग इज, बहुत बार होता है कि लोगों को लगता है, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को लगता है कि जो मेरे साथ कुछ बदमाशी किया, अगर कुछ किया है, अगर वो पॉलिटिकली कनेक्टेड है, बहुत अमीर घर का है, और उसका तो अगर हम उसके बारे में कंप्लेन करेंगे तो कुछ होगा नहीं। नॉर्मली होता है ना, लोगों को लगता है कि नहीं वो बड़ा घर का है तो उसके बारे में आप करेंगे तो हमारे ऊपर लोग बोलेंगे, उसको कुछ एक्शन नहीं लिया जाएगा। इसको तो आप दिमाग से हटा दीजिए, बिकॉज हमारे लिए हर एक स्टूडेंट ही होता है विद ए रोल नंबर। हम आपका कास्ट नहीं देखते, हम आपका क्रीड नहीं देखते, हम आपका रिलीजन नहीं देखते, हम कुछ भी नहीं देखेंगे। हम सिर्फ ये देखेंगे आपका रोल नंबर क्या है, कौन सा बैच के हो और कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट में, कौन सा ब्रांच में आप पढ़ते हो। इसके अलावा हमको कोई मतलब नहीं आप कहाँ से आते हो, कैसे होते हो, आपका फादर क्या करते हैं, आपका कहाँ पे कनेक्शन है, क्या है, हमको कोई मतलब नहीं है। तो इसीलिए आप पूरा बिना डर के, आपके साथ अगर कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम होता है तो प्लीज आके कंप्लेंट दर्ज कीजिए। देन आईसीसी का काम ही है कि आपको हमेशा सपोर्ट करेगा, हमेशा आपको गाइड करेगा, क्योंकि अगर ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन, अगर हम कोशिश नहीं करेंगे कि दूसरों के साथ कैसे हम बिहेव करते हैं, तो ये एनवायरनमेंट ही खराब हो जाएगा। जब एनवायरनमेंट खराब होता है तो सबके लिए खराब होता है। तो ये कभी मत सोचिएगा कि एनवायरनमेंट सही रखने का काम कुछ लोगों का ही होता है। इट इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ ईच एंड एवरी स्टूडेंट। तो आप प्लीज थोड़ा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के साथ बिहेव करिए। आपके फ्रेंड्स है, आपके कलीग्स है, तो उनके साथ कैसे बिहेव करना है, मुझे लगता है बीइंग इन एन एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन, ये मुझे आपको बताने की जरूरत नहीं है। और जैसे मैंने कहा, कैंपस को सेफ रखने का काम एक आदमी का, दो आदमी का नहीं है, ये हम सभी का होता है, ठीक है। तो उसका जरूर आप लोग ध्यान रखिए। देन एज फ्रेशर्स, it is vital for you to understand that your safety and well-being are of utmost importance for us. आप अगर ठीक से नहीं रहेंगे मेंटली, अगर आपका मेंटल हेल्थ उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंट है जितना आपका फिजिकल हेल्थ इम्पोर्टेंट है, जितना आपका एकेडमिक्स इम्पोर्टेंट है, ठीक है। तो ये सभी का ध्यान रखना हमारा काम है। तो हम आपको रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि कहीं पे भी आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम दिखता है, अगर आप फेस करते हो तो प्लीज हमारे पास आके ये कंप्लेंट दीजिए। एंड द अदर थिंग एंड वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू, कि कभी ये मत सोचना कि आज उसके साथ हुआ तो हम उसके लिए क्यों बोलेंगे, जब तक मेरे लिए नहीं होगा, मेरे साथ नहीं होता तो हम नहीं बोलेंगे। ये बात कभी मत करिएगा, क्योंकि अगर आप किसी के लिए खड़े नहीं होंगे, किसी के लिए नहीं बोलेंगे, तो जब आप प्रॉब्लम फेस करेंगे तो आपके लिए भी कोई नहीं खड़ा होगा। मैं पेरेंट्स को भी यहाँ पे रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहती हूँ कि आपके बच्चों का कभी ये मत बोलिए कि उसके साथ हुआ तो तुमको क्या जरूरत थी, तुम क्यों जाके वहां पे बोल रहे थे। डोंट एवर से दैट टू योर चिल्ड्रन, क्योंकि कलेक्टिव, ये सिर्फ कलेक्टिव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है। हम दूसरों के लिए खड़े होंगे तो दूसरे भी हमारे लिए खड़े होंगे। तो ये तो हो गया हमारा आईसीसी का फंक्शन। स्टूडेंट काउंसलिंग जो होता है स्टूडेंट काउंसलिंग सर्विसेज, वी हैव ए वेलबिंग सेंटर इन द यूनिवर्सिटी इटसेल्फ, बट सिर्फ यूआईटी के लिए भी हमारे एक स्टूडेंट काउंसलिंग सर्विस है, बिकॉज हमारे स्टूडेंट्स का नंबर बहुत ज़्यादा है। तो हमारा एक इंटरनल स्टूडेंट काउंसलिंग कमेटी है, जिस काउंसिल कमेटी का मैं चेयरपर्सन हूँ, एंड वी हैव अदर कमेटी मेंबर्स एज वेल। और यहाँ का ये स्टूडेंट काउंसलिंग का काम है कि अगर आप, जैसे आप स्कूल से आए, एक डिफरेंट एनवायरनमेंट पे आप आ गए, तो यहाँ पे हो सकता है कि आपको ये ग्रेडिंग सिस्टम, यहाँ का एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम, ये इवैल्यूएशन सिस्टम के साथ थोड़ा सा एक्वेंटेड होने में आपको टाइम लग सकता है। बहुत बार ग्रेड खराब हो जाता है। तो इस तरह का जब होता है ना, आपका थोड़ा सा आप लो फील करते हो, थोड़ा सा डिप्रेशन में चले जाते हो, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ टेकिंग एनी मेजर स्टेप प्लीज काउंसलिंग कमेटी के पास आइए। हमारे पास बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस टीचर्स है जो कि आपको सही रास्ता दिखा सकते हैं। एंड द सेकेंड थिंग इज मेनी अ टाइम्स बीइंग इन द काउंसलिंग सर्विस फॉर सो मेनी ईयर्स, मैंने ये देखा है ज़्यादातर लोगों का प्रॉब्लम होता है कि बॉयफ्रेंड ने डिच कर दिया, गर्लफ्रेंड ने डिच कर दिया। अगर इस तरह का कोई होता है और आपका दिल टूट जाता है तो मेरा एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप छत के ऊपर मत जाइए, ठीक है? अगर ऐसा कुछ होता है तो छत के ऊपर ना जाके काउंसलिंग सर्विस के पास आइए, क्योंकि ये सब एक्सपीरियंस आगे बहुत काम आएगा आपको। जब दिल टूटता है ना, ये सब एक्सपीरियंस आगे जाके बहुत काम आता है। अभी आप छोटे छोटे हो, इसको बहुत सीरियसली लेते हो, ठीक है? तो प्लीज इस चीज को याद रखिए कि छत नो, रूफ के ऊपर नहीं जाना है। पर्टिकुलरली जब आपको कोई बिट्रे कर देता है, कोई चीट करता है, छत के ऊपर नहीं जाना है, उसी समय काउंसलिंग सर्विस के पास आना है, ठीक है? थैंक यू वेरी मच। एंड ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द काउंसलिंग सर्विस, ऑन बिहाफ all of you that please adhere to the norms and the rules and regulations of the institute. I welcome you all and I wish you very best of luck for all the 4 years, and I wish a very, very happy and joyful stay in the institute. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Niyati ma'am, for your motherly advice. She is a very experienced and a very dedicated faculty member. I would now request Dean Associate Dean from Student Welfare. He is Dr. Neeraj Kumar, and he would be accompanied with Dr. Sanjeev. They would be telling about the Student Welfare DSW department, and they will also tell you about the scholarship program.
धन्यवाद दीपक सर। राज पर उपस्थित सभी गणमान्यों को मेरा अभिवादन, और हमारे सभी शिक्षक साथियों के साथ भी हम सभी आपका स्वागत करते हैं। जो भी पेरेंट्स यहाँ पर आए हैं छात्रों के साथ, तो मैं सभी से यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि छात्रों ने यहाँ पर एडमिशन ले लिया है तो लगातार आप उनसे बातचीत भी करते रहें और उनकी काउंसलिंग भी करते रहें। और बाकी डीन स्टूडेंट वेलफेयर के माध्यम से मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि छात्रों के हित के लिए यहाँ पर कई सारी एक्टिविटीज़ रन होती रहती हैं। इसमें छात्र समय समय पर संस्थान लेवल पर और विश्वविद्यालय लेवल पर पार्टिसिपेट करते रहते हैं। जैसे कि हमारे पास स्टूडेंट क्लब है, हॉबी क्लब काउंसलिंग है, स्पोर्ट्स और म्यूजिक एकेडमी है। तो इस तरह की एक्टिविटीज़ में छात्र हमारे पार्टिसिपेट करते रहते हैं। और एक मुख्य शासन द्वारा निर्धारित छात्रवृत्ति योजना है जो मोस्टली मैक्सिमम बच्चों को जो पात्र छात्र हैं उनको इसमें अप्लाई करना होता है। तो मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता था कि स्कॉलरशिप कोऑर्डिनेटर इस संस्थान के यूआईटी के डॉक्टर संजीव कुमार हमारे बीच में हैं। ये कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं। इनके साथ साथ हर विभाग से एक एक शिक्षक नामित है जो कमेटी मेंबर्स हैं। ये आपको डिटेल में अभी जानकारी देंगे। और जनरल एंड ओबीसी कैटेगरी के लिए छात्रवृत्ति फॉर्म ओपन हो चुके हैं। अभी आप एडमिशन प्रोसेस से जस्ट निकल के क्लासेस की तरफ जाएंगे तो आपको ये बताया जाएगा संजीव जी के माध्यम से कि जनरल और ओबीसी कैटेगरी के की जो डेट है वो 10 जुलाई से लेकर 20 दिसंबर तक है। और जो SC ST कैटेगरी के स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो 10 जुलाई से 31 मार्च तक अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। लेकिन इसमें बस आपको ध्यान यही देना कि आप पात्र हैं या नहीं। आप अपनी पात्रता जरूर अवश्य चेक कर लें उसको एक बार में। और इसके साथ ही मुझे डीन स्टूडेंट वेलफेयर के माध्यम से आपको ये बताना है कि अगर आपको किसी प्रकार की कोई समस्या है तो पहले आप अपने संस्थान के पहले अपने विभाग के विभागाध्यक्ष हेड या फिर संस्थान के निदेशक से आप कांटेक्ट करिए। आपकी समस्या का समाधान बहुत शीघ्र ही निस्तारित किया जाएगा, मिल जाएगा। देन अगर फिर भी आपको महसूस होता है तो आप हमारे स्टूडेंट वेलफेयर कार्यालय आ जाइए। हम लोग मिलकर आपकी समस्या का निवारण करने की कोशिश करेंगे, समाधान करने की कोशिश करेंगे। और लेकिन अभी आपको कई बार बताया जा चुका है कि आपको अनुशासन में जरूर रहना है। तो आप अनुशासन मेंटेन करे रहिए, तभी हम आपकी सहायता कर सकते हैं। तो आप लोग शैक्षणिक अवसर में का लाभ उठाइए और जिज्ञासु बने रहिए और एक दूसरे की मदद करने में संकोच ना करें, ये आपको विशेष ध्यान रखना है। और आपको उज्जवल की कामना करते हुए धन्यवाद। संदीप जी आपको थोड़ा सा
वेलकम टू ऑल। मैं संजीत कुमार यूआईटी में स्कॉलरशिप सेल का कोऑर्डिनेटर हूँ। निश्चित रूप से अपने कोर्स को करने के लिए बहुत से लोगों के लिए स्कॉलरशिप हेल्पिंग का काम करता है, पर कुछ बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं जिनका सब कुछ डिपेंड ही स्कॉलरशिप पर होता है। तो ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर सर के मार्गदर्शन पर ऑफिसर्स, डायरेक्टर्स, एचओडीज के सहयोग से 10 लोगों की एक प्रॉपर टीम बनाई गई है जो कंटिन्यूअस आपकी हेल्प करेगी स्कॉलरशिप के लिए। बट कुछ छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हैं, उसका हमें ध्यान रखना है। जैसे आपके 10th के मार्कशीट में जो नाम लिखा हो वही नाम आपके आधार कार्ड में होना चाहिए। जो अकाउंट नंबर आप स्कॉलरशिप के लिए डालने वाले हैं वो अकाउंट नंबर का केवाईसी और एनपीसीआई अभी से ही करा लीजिएगा, क्योंकि ये सब टाइम टेकिंग चीज़ें हैं। जब डेट पास आती है बच्चा तब प्रयास करता है, और कई बार कई ऐसे केसेस आते हैं जो बच्चे छूट जाते हैं। इसके साथ ही साथ जितने भी सर्टिफिकेट्स हैं, कास्ट सर्टिफिकेट है, डोमिसाइल है, डोमिसाइल में देख लीजिएगा आप लोग कि यूपी के ही हो। अगर यूपी से बाहर के हैं तो उनके लिए भी व्यवस्था की गई है, और उनका जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस है वो सभी को टाइम टू टाइम बताया जाएगा। इसके साथ ही साथ इनकम सर्टिफिकेट इस समय सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है। ध्यान रखना है आप लोगों को कि क्या आप पात्रता में आ रहे हैं कि नहीं आ रहे हैं। अगर आप ओबीसी या जनरल या माइनॉरिटीज के हैं तो आपका इनकम सर्टिफिकेट 2 लाख से के आसपास होना चाहिए, कम होना चाहिए। एससी कैटेगरी के हैं तो आपका 2.5 लाख से कम होना चाहिए। इसके साथ ही साथ जो इनकम सर्टिफिकेट है वो आपके फादर का ही होना चाहिए। शासन इस बार सर्टिफिकेट को लेकर बहुत ही ज़्यादा सख्त है। इनकम सर्टिफिकेट फादर का ही होना चाहिए। फादर नहीं है तो उस केस में मदर का मान्य होगा, लेकिन फादर का डेथ सर्टिफिकेट लगेगा। अगर माता पिता दोनों नहीं है तो उस केस में गार्जियन का इनकम सर्टिफिकेट मान्य होगा, लेकिन उसके साथ ही साथ मदर फादर का डेथ सर्टिफिकेट प्लस एक एफिडेविट उस गार्जियन को देना पड़ेगा। ये सारी चीजें हैं। अटेंडेंस का क्राइटेरिया निश्चित रूप से 75% है, और जो भी स्कॉलरशिप के लिए बच्चे एलिजिबल होंगे, जो अप्लाई करेंगे, उनका बायोमेट्रिक अटेंडेंस भी होगा। ठीक, तो और इसके साथ ही साथ कुछ चीजों का हमें और भी ध्यान रखना है कि जैसे कहीं पर आपने कोर्स कर रहे हो, उसको आप बीच में छोड़कर आ गए और वहां पर स्कॉलरशिप मिल रही है, तो उस स्कॉलरशिप अकाउंट को आप क्लोज करा दीजिए, क्योंकि ये सब टाइम टेकिंग चीजें हैं, इसमें टाइम लगता है। फिर पता चला जब आपने लास्ट टाइम पर भरने आए तो पता चला आपका अकाउंट ही अभी बंद नहीं है। इसके साथ ही साथ जब आप फॉर्म को भरवाने जाएं तो किसी कैफे वाले से ज्यादा मत डालें, वो आपसे कम पढ़ा लिखा है। आप इंजीनियर बनने जा रहे हैं, आप देश के निर्माण में अपनी भागीदारी देने जा रहे हैं, आप उससे कहीं ज्यादा योग्य हैं, तो आप उस पर डिपेंड मत होइएगा। साथ ही साथ अपने दोस्त पर भी डिपेंड ना होइएगा जो खुद एक आवेदक है, जो खुद आवेदन कर रहा है कि दोस्त ने बता दिया, इन्होंने बता दिया, किसी ने बता दिया, कि ये सब नहीं। आप खुद योग्य हैं, आप एक इंजीनियर बनने जा रहे हैं, आप देश के निर्माण में आपकी भागीदारी होगी, आप एक रेपुटेटेड पर्सन होने जा रहे हैं, तो इसलिए आप अपनी योग्यता पर भरोसा करिएगा और खुद भरिएगा। इसके साथ ही साथ अगर दिक्कत आती है तो डिपार्टमेंट लेवल से कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं, डिपार्टमेंट लेवल से नहीं समझ में आता है तो आप इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल के कोऑर्डिनेटर पे आइए, वहां नहीं समझ में आता है तो DSW ऑफिस आइए। इस तरीके से एक ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर सर के मार्गदर्शन पर एक पूरी एक रचना की गई है ताकि आर्थिक अभाव से कोई भी बच्चा पढ़ाई से वंचित न रह जाए। 11.5 करोड़ के आसपास का फंड है जो स्कॉलरशिप के लिए आप लोगों को देने के लिए हम लोग बैठे हैं। आपकी एक गलती से हो सकता है आप उस स्कॉलरशिप को लेने से वंचित रह जाए। पिछली बार 2300 बच्चों ने स्कॉलरशिप भरा था, 2378 कुछ इस तरीके का फिगर था। लगभग सभी बच्चों को स्कॉलरशिप मिली। तो इसलिए कुछ छोटी छोटी चीजों पर ध्यान रखना है। अगर आपको कुछ भी डाउट आता है तो प्लीज मेरा बार बार आपसे हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप अपने डिपार्टमेंट कोऑर्डिनेटर, इंस्टीट्यूट कोऑर्डिनेटर या DSW ऑफिस, इनसे ही संपर्क करिएगा। किसी दोस्त, कैफे या अफवाहों में मत आइएगा। आपके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में सारी इंस्ट्रक्शंस आएगी, वीडियोस आएंगे, PPT फॉर्म में आएगा। जो भी शासन का आदेश है या शासन का दिशा निर्देश है वो सब आपके व्हाट्सएप पे अवेलेबल होगा। तो किसी भी तरीके का अगर संदेह होता है, डाउट होता है, तो प्लीज आप किसी एक कोऑर्डिनेटर से, इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल से, डिपार्टमेंट लेवल से, लेवल से किसी से भी पता करिएगा। ठीक, थैंक यू।
Thank you, Neeraj sir and Sanjeet sir. Now, for your physical health and contribution to society, our university has NCC and NSS wing. I would request Dr. Mayuri, she is taking care of NCC, to please come and introduce what activities and how students can be connected with the NSS in our university.